In Xcom, you're the commander of a secret military organization, and you're saving the world from an alien invasion that's happening. What's going to happen is you're not only going to be in charge of the troops out in the field as they're fighting the aliens, you're going to be responsible for setting the research agenda of your scientists as they try to figure out alien technology. You're going to be taking that alien technology and building better weapons and equipment for your troops, and you're going to be promoting rookies as they become better and better soldiers. And over time, you're going to go from just reacting to this alien invasion as it's happening to taking the fight to the aliens and eventually telling them that invading the Earth was probably the worst decision they ever made. In Xcom, our combat system is a turn-based tactical combat game. You start out with 4 troops that can go as high as 6, and what's going to happen is you're going to move them around the battlefield. You're going to tell them where to go, moving into cover or staying out in the open if you think that's going to benefit you. If they've got a clean shot at an alien, you can tell them, take a shot, or I want you to use a grenade on that alien instead. We've made it turn-based, because by giving players the ability to take the time and think through the consequences of their actions, we can have some pretty serious consequences in the game. So if you screw up and you lose a soldier, that soldier is dead permanently. You can't bring him back. Now, if you've got other rookies back at the base, and maybe you can train them up, but losing a veteran soldier can have serious consequences, especially if that soldier was key to how you were fighting the aliens. It's very possible to have a soldier who's just the centerpiece of your strategy. And I can remember when I was playing earlier on, I had an assault soldier she was the backbone of my entire plan. She could just scoot across the battlefield and she'd come up and she'd knock out whatever it was she was going against. And at one mission, I just made a sloppy mistake. I sent her way too far around the flank. She found a group of mutons. Mutons are a really tough alien. They're like the alien special forces, they're equivalent of your soldiers. And those mutons just killed her right out. And I was bummed because here was somebody who'd been on a dozen missions. She had leveled up. She had all these great perks, all these great skills. My entire plan was based around getting her into combat so she could kill stuff really quickly. And now I had to scramble and come up with a separate strategy. Or I could have reloaded the save. And I won't tell you what I actually did because I'm not very proud of that moment. If you want to do well in combat, there's certain things you're always going to want to pay attention to. One of those is your positioning on the battlefield. Having a good flanking position is great because that reduces the effectiveness of enemy cover. Having multiple soldiers able to attack an alien is key as well. There's an ability called suppression that some of your troops get that can lock an alien down and keep them from acting. In general, you can also use explosives if, for example, you don't care about, say, recovering the alien corpse or its tech or something like that. You can always chuck a grenade at it and wish him luck in the afterlife.